All right. Now, on to the main event of the evening.
I already apologized for this because I was going to rewrite my notes because I write on this little fucking paper.
Why don't you?
So I got half song titles and boy, this is going to suck. Why don't I what? Type it up?
Yes.
Because I don't have a fucking secretary, that's why.
Neither do I.
Because listen, I think I'm going to remember, I think I can remember most of this stuff that I have to say.
Yep.
For the most part.
Okay.
Besides, there's enough fucking songs on it, for Christ's sakes.
I said it was a double.
Alright, so here we go. This was Jim's pick. Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti, a double album released February 24th of 1975. This peaked at #1 on the Billboard charts in 1975, and the 2015 remaster peaked at #11.
Wow.
Yes. So this actually charted twice on Billboard in separate decades. You know,
Yeah.
in separate fucking decades.
Holy shit.
Over 16 million units sold. So 16 times platinum. And I broke this. This was broken down into side 1, 2, 3, and 4
Correct.
on Wikipedia, which is where I pulled the track list.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say one thing. Somebody made a comment, I think a week or two ago, when we were talking about the best-selling albums of all time, and he said the reason Physical Graffiti sold so many albums was because of the quote-unquote gimmick cover.
Hey, that was me. I said that.
That was you.
Why didn't you just acknowledge me?
Well,
asshole?
guess what?
No, wait, hang on. When you're gonna say that, don't pull that somebody shit.
Somebody?
Just fucking point at me and say, you fucking said it.
You fucking said this.
Damn.
This album is the first album ever to go platinum during a pre-sale. People, 8 million copies were sold before the album ever came out.
Okay.
So nobody saw the fucking gimmick cover.
There was a lot of weed smoked in the 70s.
Oh, no.
Lots.
Weed.
Lots. Yes, weed. Lots.
This album, the reason, do you know the reason this is a double album?
Because there was 2 of them in the sleeve.
No.
Okay, so when they wrote this, they had what amounted to 3 sides of music. And rather than scrap shit, they took outtakes from Houses of the Holy and Zeppelin 3 and all their previous shit and put it on this and made it a double album. So you got shit on top of shit.
You know what they should have done? What Monty Python did, because they had a 3-sided album.
So did Dream Theater.
But I'd rather listen to the Monty Python 3-sided album.
It depends on the day.
The other thing is with each side, all those songs are kind of like the same sound, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, giant festering piles of shit.
Okay.
So let's
Don't
move
get
on.
ahead of yourself.
Sorry, I'm putting the cart before the horse. Song 1, Custard Pie.
This is the only song on the album that I really don't care for.
This is a no for me.
I liked it. I thought it was a good opener.
It's not.
Then again, you guys have said my palate is shit, so.
The notes I have. Go ahead.
No, like I said, it's one of those songs that the more I listen to it now, I mean, and this is such a bluesy album too, blues rock album. But the more and more I listen to this song, I'm like, these fucking lyrics are fucking shit.
I mean, as I'm listening to it, and I swear, my first thought was when I heard this, it's like, shit, I may actually enjoy this. This is kind of nice.
Well,
So I would.
Cherry Pie.
my thoughts on this are: is Robert Plant Chad Kroger's dad?
So I liked it because it was Nickelbackish.
Oh, could be, Robert, could be.
Lyrically, yes.
Oh boy.
It's not a terrible song, but Robert Plant's fucking mushmouthed as shit.
On this one, yes.
Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up already. Next we have The Rover, which is a Houses of the Holy outtake.
Correct.
Big no.
I enjoy this song.
I liked it too. I think this is one of the few ones that I actually know from listening to Pandora and like the hair metal shows and all that. They always play The Rover.
Well, what I've got for this one is, yeah, Greta Van Fleet is a direct fucking Led Zeppelin ripoff.
How about it? How about it? How about that shit?
This reminded me of, well, I shouldn't say that. Everything I've heard from Greta Van Fleet reminds me of that song. Of that fucking song.
Oh, Lord.
And I don't know, I don't like it.
You gotta appreciate, even you gotta appreciate the drums on this fucking album.
No, I don't. We'll get to that.
Oh, boy.
We'll get to that.
Oh, boy.
Next we have In My Time of Dying. This, hang on, they actually gave a fucking blues man a writing credit for once.
Correct.
For the first time, without being sued.
They did it.
Yeah, they get, the entire first album is blues standards. Fuck you.
I didn't care for this.
This is barely a yes for me. Holy shit, my notes, holy shit, they gave a blues man a writing credit. This song is too fucking long.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And it's
I thought that too.
the same fucking slide riff over and over again.
It's slow, and that slide riff makes it disjointed. Like it almost like doesn't belong in there.
We've heard it. You don't need to fucking do it on air.
Oh.
It's don't ever fucking do that.
And you'll get us in trouble. We'll get a copyright.
Yeah, copyright.
Oh.
Now I mean, a little bit of that slide guitar would have been cool, but Jesus Christ, 11 fucking minutes of that?
No, at the end it picks up. What is that, the Gates?
It's all shit.
Well, slide guitar at the end.
It's all shit.
What do you listen to, Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin? Oh man.
Once again, I've never been high enough to enjoy this. Now we move on to side 2, Houses of the Holy, which is, whoa, a Houses of the Holy outtake.
Correct.
Yep.
They wrote this song and then they realized it didn't fit with the rest of the Houses of the Holy album, so they shelved it.
No, because this is actually a decent song.
I liked it too. Yeah.
No, you're correct, but if you listen to Houses of the Holy...
I'm correct about every fucking thing I say. Thank you.
Not. If you listen to Houses of the Holy, it has a different... The whole album has a different feel than this song.
I've never listened to Houses of the Holy.
I know you didn't. I have the album.
Me too.
No.
You'd be surprised to know I have most Led Zeppelin albums because of that collection I bought years ago. And then when there's Led Zeppelin 2, there's a special print that is worth a shit ton of money. When I found that out, I ran home, opened up, looked at the thing. Hey, ain't mine. of course, mine ain't worth shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I dig this one. This is a rockin' tune.
This is one of my favorite songs.
It's a good tune. Next one is actually a yes for me as well. Trampled Underfoot.
Yes.
Yep.
This is about a car.
Car analogy.
This was actually, I checkmarked this because this is my favorite song on the album. I really enjoyed this.
This is a good song.
Really?
I ain't fucking lying to you. Look at the good side. It's bigger than the bad side.
You guys are liking songs you never even knew you'd listen to.
Yeah.
No.
That was my job.
No.
No, that wasn't your job. That's what you did.
That's why I threw that in there.
No.
I knew you guys would like the music. Sound.
No. Next is a giant fucking no.
Come on!
Cashmere? Fuck you. That song is the drizzling shits.
Oh, you're full of poop.
No.
I like Cashmere.
I hate that fucking song.
I
fucking hate it. It's 8.5 minutes long. It's about 4.5 too fucking long. Shut the fuck up. Move on.
40 too long?
38? This song is long. It's boring. It's the fucking drizzling shits.
Alright.
Fuck that. Next is another overly long and boring song.
No, this is...
Starting off side 3, In the Light.
Love this song.
Here's a problem I have with this song. When I listen to the song, there is a droning note
Yes.
that is played the entire length of the song that is like this brown note that just...
It made me want to shit myself.
And I'm sitting there I'm like, is there something wrong with my speakers?
No.
And I'm like, Jesus, and it's like that, it's a background noise that's like, it's like a cricket. You know, a cricket, it's just there and it won't stop.
In the words of Rick Mile, boring!
Yeah, if they would have taken that brown note out. it would have been an enjoyable song.
No, it still would have sucked.
That note killed that song for me. For that, it just droned into. It's like somebody put a keyboard on sustain, hit a note, and walked the fuck away.
Yes.
Let's go great sustain. Let's go great sustain.
This shit ain't sustain. I can put it down. Wow, have a coffee. I come back, it's still going.
Fucking terrible. Terrible song. Overly boring, overly long. No. No, 1,000 times no. Next is a yes from me.
This is a beautiful instrumental.
Bronner, you're.
Yeah, you know I feel with instrumentals, and I still give this a yes.
Yeah.
When we get to the final thoughts,
Because it was very nice.
you'll understand why I gave it a yes.
They always had, in all their albums, when they do an instrumental, they're usually short and they're works of art. I'm sorry, I'm pushing you.
Just because Robert,
thank you.
Just because Robert Plant can't think of lyrics, now we're gonna call it a fucking art piece.
What am I supposed to write?
Listen.
Hang on, I can only sing about me. I can only sing about me band about three songs on a record.
I couldn't think of lyrics for this fucking instrumental.
Pretty much. Next, we have Down by the Seaside, which is an outtake from Zeppelin 4. Big, bad, no.
Yeah, and my thoughts on this is there was a tremolo and a vibrato during this song that just made it sound like, I don't know, like it was almost like auto-tune gone wrong.
Right. See,
and it also had a country sound to it.
Well, go ahead.
When you look at the lyrics on this song is about people.
What am I looking at?
My notes for By the Seaside.
Uh-oh.
What number is that? You numbered them all fucked up.
No, I didn't. You fucktard.
Wait. Go on. Oh, I got 70s country song.
Right.
Yeah. See, we share a brain.
Oh, Lord.
What do they do to not brain?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Trying to take over the world.
Narf!
It's a nice song about, describing how fucking people just run around their busy life and don't take the time to look and see what's around them.
Down by the Seaside, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What I have by this is no.
Correct.
I'm bored.
Why are you bored?
Because this song is like bad 70s country, then weak funk.
Oh, boy.
Weak funk. Boom. Boom.
If Bootsy Collins was on Quaaludes, it might be like this.
I have an album, a CD. I think it's called Encodemium, and it's
in fucking codeine, maybe.
It's all Zeppelin covers, and I think Tori Amos did this song on the album. Down by the Seaside.
No, thank you. Moving on, 10 Years Gone.
My favorite song on the album.
Oh, now I feel terrible.
How? No, I don't.
No, because I have my notes as uninspired.
I put, my notes are very simple. I'm bored again.
People. This is my favorite. It reminds me, one of my favorite Zeppelin songs is the Rain Song. And this song kind of has that same feel as the Rain Song. That's why...
This is not a reflection on you.
No, I know. It's fine.
Okay. I never want you to think this is a reflection on you.
It's not.
Oh, no, it's on you.
No.
That's not from... Don't put words in my mouth.
Oh, no, that's directly from me.
You did. This is what I had on when we were driving over here.
I don't pay attention to that. I'm always worried you're going to sideswipe a car. No fault of yours. Because we are like inches from the cars. Because there's so many of them.
No, yeah. They're fucking parking on both sides of the streets. People acting like fucktards.
And then the people coming towards you, like, are already halfway in my lane.
Yeah.
So I wasn't paying attention. I was just waiting for like a crunch.
Right.
Well, it ain't my fault and my insurance, so I'm okay. That's why I never take the side roads in this town. I will always take Delaware.
Oh.
Yeah? Alright, let's move on to side 4.
Side 4.
Night Flight. Zeppelin 4 outtake.
I enjoyed this song.
I liked it too.
No.
Okay.
It's a no for me. Very typical Led Zeppelin. I see why this was an outtake.
Mm-hmm.
It's very typical, uninspired. Shit.
Okay.
Next, we have the Wonton Song.
This is meh.
Now, when they say the Wonton Song, are they talking about the Chinese dumpling soup?
No.
Or is it about like a feeling?
I don't know. I dug this song.
I liked it too. It's on my good list.
I dig the riff.
Oh.
I dig the riff. Yeah, I actually dug this riff. That's because he goes, okay.
Who? What?
Brian, he says, because you drive a huge Bronco now, so cars look small and close. No worries.
Bill's the one getting scared in the passenger seat,
I'm not
me.
getting scared. I'm getting concerned.
That's because you drive like a fucking retard.
Because no, he doesn't. It's just that look.
Stop!
But if something happens, I have to be a witness. I don't want to be a witness.
And then we'll be late coming here.
Play blind. You'd be blind pew. All right.
My son nutsing.
Moving on. No, that's not Blind Pew. That's from Laughing.
I know.
No, that's from Hogan's Heroes.
Well,
That too.
yes.
And also, they did the same bit on Laughing.
Yeah.
That was.
And it was also Sergeant Schultz.
No, it wasn't Sergeant Schultz. That was Artie Lang.
Artie Lang.
And it was very interesting.
I know nothing. He did the I know nothing as well.
He did not.
Shut up, Mr. Gumby. Next, Boogie with Stew, which is another
Wow.
Zeppelin 4 outtake.
See, my writing is so shit. I thought I wrote Boogie with Stan, but I mean Boogie with Stu makes about as much sense.
This is it has Ian Stewart, who is the pianist for the Rolling Stones, on it, and it's based on Richie Valens' "Ooh My Head."
I liked it. I don't know why.
I'm glad I never heard this before.
It's a fun song.
No, it's terrible.
Boogie with the Stu.
Put a
Boogie
little
with the Stu.
sandpaper in the stew.
Oh boy.
No, this was terrible. A big fucking no from me. Do not like it. No, sir. Next, we have Black Country Woman, which is a Houses of the Holy outtake. What do you got, Jim?
Once again, not one of my favorite songs of the album, but I enjoyed this song. It's
It was very drum forward.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like this was the one that they wanted to make the drummer just his mics were way too high.
Yeah, it's a very drum-heavy song. You're not wrong. A lot of Zeppelin was mixed drum-heavy, though.
Oh, this one just seemed way out there.
Yeah. What do you got? What did you say, Jim?
I said it's not one of my favorite songs of the album, but I enjoy this song.
What I have is it's a no. More typical Zeppelin is just meh.
Yeah, it's a no.
I'm bored.
It's a no for me too, dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little pitchy.
Yeah. I only have marked as 1 slash, and that means it's a step above meh.
Sick Again is the final song on the record.
This is a meh for me.
It's a no.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one either.
What I've got is another 70s creeper rock song.
Yes!
What the fuck? Were all of the rock stars hanging out at the high schools back in the day?
You said you dug me when you were 13.
Probably.
Is that the girl that they hit with the mud shark?
I don't fucking know.
I'm not going to. But sure.
You don't know that story?
No.
When they were partying, I think it was in Seattle or San Francisco, somewhere on the West Coast. The legend is that the guys in Zeppelin were partying with some groupies, and they used a mud shark on one of the girls. It's the urban legend.
Oh my.
All right, what are your overall thoughts on this record? Start with Jim.
You already know mine. This is my favorite Zeppelin album. One of my favorite albums in my collection.
You're not allowed to pick music anymore.
Come on!
No.
Like I said, this is the last turd that came out.
We'll see.
This is the last turd.
We'll see.
The other two are good.
See, he's even admitting his favorite albums are fucking turds.
For you guys.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would you have any meh on your albums?
Right.
everything that I put in that bucket is a 10 from me.
Everything that I put in that bucket from me is a good fucking album.
This wasn't experiment time.
No.
I wasn't experimenting.
You just said you were. You guys listen to music that you would never listen to. Mission accomplished.
When I sit here and say you guys never heard Dark Side of the Moon, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? When you guys never listened to Physical Graffiti, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't like that style of music.
Well, but you did like songs on the album, correct?
I was gonna put Alan Jackson in
I'm
the
just
fucking
asking a
bucket and
question.
it didn't.
I'm just asking a question. Did you... Did you enjoy songs on the album or not?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean...
you wouldn't have been introduced to them if I did not put that in the bucket, correct?
You're making a shit. You're making a shit lawyer. That's all I say.
I'm just saying. That's why I did it. So mission accomplished. You heard songs that you never would have heard before.
So then my valid point was too. You used it as a test.
I didn't test anything.
Yes, you did.
You just fucking said it twice. Jesus Christ.
Testing me or testing you?
It's like taking somebody to a place that would shit food, but they make a good hot dog.
Wait, hang on. He says he didn't test us?
Yes, you did.
Is that Jerky Boy shit?
Yes.
Oh dear Lord.
I got a Saul Rosenberg soundboard.
Oh my God.
All right. My final thoughts on the album. All four are really, really good musicians. But together, it's boring 70s shit. It's fucking boring. I can't get into it. I will never get into it. Jimmy Page is a great guitar player. Robert Plant has a voice for the ages. Okay? I will never fucking deny that. John Paul Jones is probably the best musician in the band. There's no argument. All the keyboards and all those fucking amazing bass lines, that's John Paul Jones.
Correct.
Jimmy Page is a great guitar player. John Paul Jones is a better musician.
Okay.
John Bonham is good, but he's not as good as everybody has made him out to be.
Oh.
No, not oh.
I love that man.
No. And I'm not even going to bring my favorite drummers and like the prog drummers into this fucking argument. Keith Moon is a better drummer. Far and away. Not, don't make that fucking
I'm just
face.
trying to...
Ginger Baker is far and away a better drummer.
There's some... See, you're basing this off of one...
Off of fucking talent.
Off of one album.
No, I've listened to enough Zeppelin to know that Ginger Baker and Keith Moon are way better fucking drummers than John Bonham. John Bonham is not the be-all end-all drummer that everyone fucking makes him out to be. And I'm not even bringing guys like Terry Bozzio, who was playing at this time in Frank Zappa's band, into the fucking equation. I'm not bringing Neil Peart into the equation. I'm not bringing...
Well, I know where you stand with Peart. I mean, for Christ's sake, I wouldn't ask you to...
There's a reason they call that man the Professor. John Bonham is a good was a good drummer. Maybe even great. But the pedestal that that man has been put on, because he's fucking dead...
you know what? I was just going to say that.
...is undeserved. He's not as great as everyone has made him out to be.
It's nasty.
Musicianship, I will give this album, for musicianship, I will give this album an 8 out of 10. Musically, they're that good. It just never touched me.
Yeah.
It never fucking touched me. I would much rather listen to Black Sabbath than Led Zeppelin. I've never been into Led Zeppelin. I've never been into Pink Floyd. The music does not fucking grab me. Overall, I give the album a 5.
Better than I thought you would. What did you give the... What did you give Dark Side of the Moon?
3. Dark Side... This was better than Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, that I agree with. That I definitely agree with. I mean, I think by the time they got to this album, they had already... I think it was just like...
They'd already shot their load.
This is their watermark right here. High watermark.
I don't know. I think it's underwater mark, but I don't know. I mean, I've heard like Led Zeppelin 2, 3, and 4, and all the rest of them. It's like This one just, it was okay. It
Yeah.
was an okay album. It was like Aerosmith done with Mirrors. Not my favorite album, but it was okay.
Right.
You know? But there was a lot of stuff on here that seemed experimental and kind of goofy shit that they should have just sat in the booth and said, nah, let's not do that.
For me, it's like Anthrax's State of Euphoria. It's
I would take Stomp.
well, no, I'm
442
saying
that one.
okay, Stomp 442. It's an okay album, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know, I mean, I don't have a favorite Led Zeppelin album. I will actively turn off Led Zeppelin's music. If it comes on, I will fucking turn it off.
Yeah, I don't know if he's, I know he's a fan, but I don't know if he's a listener. But my old friend Dave is one that really introduced me to Led Zeppelin way back in the day. Big Led Zeppelin fan. But it's like, it just never clicked. It literally never clicked as like, this is good. And I think by the time I got to Led Zeppelin 4, I was just like, okay. And when they made the joke in Fast Times,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, I don't even know how the joke works, why you have to have side 2 of Led Zeppelin 4 in a van. But I mean, okay. But, I mean, and again, it just never, I never felt it.
Resonated.
I never felt it.
No, it never fucking hit with me either, and it never will. I just no. And from here on out, Jim.
9. What was your number?
My number, I give it a 6 overall.
Alright, I give it a 9.
I never give anything like too low marks because albums are good for reasons. But if when certain ones I just cannot, I just can't listen to them. So I think the lowest I would ever go is 5 on anything, because if it's in there, it's got to be somewhat popular.
Popular does not equal good.
I know.
See, now that should be a soundbite you gotta put in there.
I will record that.
I know, but it's like comes a point when it's like that there's bands that I don't like, even though they're everybody else seems to like them.
Yeah.
But it's like
I
you gotta give it up. Like bands like Nickelback, yeah, you may not like them, but they are very popular, so that's gotta start them off at a 5.
no, it doesn't. No, I have to do these. I have to do these reviews honestly and from my heart.
All right.
And I don't feel that any higher than a 5 is warranted on this album.
Okay.
I don't feel that a 3 or any higher than a 3 was warranted on Dark Side of the Moon. That was the fucking drizzling shits. That album fucking hurt to get through. That was painful.
See, there you go. You got past the worst of it.
Yeah, well...